Philosophy to destroy sins. Continue. Once upon a time it has happened that one disciple of Buddha was passing by, and one prostitute had requested him to stay with her this rainy season. That disciple said, "Let me ask my Guru." He has not said that you are a prostitute. He has not said that I stop and live with you. How it could be possible? He said nothing. He said, "Let me ask my Guru. If Guru will permit, I will stay with you." He went and asked Buddha in public meeting that one prostitute is saying me to stay with her. Can I stay with her? Buddha said, okay, stay with her. It has created a nuisance there in his disciples. Lot of disciples were angry. Lot of were eager to see such happenings. They said it is wrong. You always said don't see ladies, don't touch them, and you are giving him the permission to live with a prostitute. Buddha said, this disciple is such that if he will stay with a prostitute, then prostitute would be afraid of, not this disciple, not this bhikshu. There is no reason for him to be afraid of that prostitute. Now you go and stay with her. We will talk about this after 4 months. That disciple had stayed with that prostitute. Other disciple had started to bring news every day that all is going wrong. That prostitute is dancing and he is seeing the dance all night. Both are sleeping in the same room. Buddha was listening every day and just keeps smiling. Buddha said, let the 4 months complete. Let the 4 month complete. He will come after 4 months. That disciple came back after 4 months, and along with him, that prostitute also came. Before the disciple says something, that prostitute fell down to Buddha's feet and said, please take me in your guidance. Please accept me as your disciple. By sending this disciple to me, you have sent me the way of salvation. I have tried my level best to bring him down, but he is wonderful. I have tried my level best to bring him down, but he is wonderful. I said him to see my dance, he has not refused. I was thinking that he would say that I am sage and to see dance not possible, but he said nothing. Whatever I said to do, he said okay. He has something lightning within that when whenever I was with him, I forgotten that I am a prostitute. In his presence, I was flying high in the sky. I couldn't bring him down. He has taken me up. Please accept me as your disciple. As awakening is within him, until and unless I will be awakened like him, life is waste. Buddha said to his disciple, tell me, what do you want to say? You are bringing the news every day. I was keep saying, wait, keep patience. I had faith in this. I had faith in him. He is awakened. He can stay awakened. Truth is awakening. Ashtavakra says, see, hear, eat, drink, live in the world happily. Don't renounce. Don't enjoy within. Just awaken. That awakening is the last thing. Desire will chase you if you run away. Desire will chase you if you will run away. If awaken, there will be no desire. If you are awakened, there will be no desire. If you go away from the world, there will be no difference. No waves will rise in the heart. You will be seeing them sitting in the Himalaya also. What more you will do? Whatever you have left, that only will chase you. You must have heard the stories of Rishi Munis that the dancers of the heavens are teaching them. Where from the dancers would come? What they have left and run away from there are the illusions of the same. What they have left and run away, that are the illusions of the same. No one is teaching. What is the need the heaven dancers have to teach these Vishwamitras? Dancers have no time. They are not free from their heaven duties. They are not free from heaven duties. Why they would come to teach these boneless rishis, where there are no attraction in their faces, to attract the dancers of the heaven, where from the dancers would have fallen in love with these boneless and weak rishi munis. They might be afraid of by seeing their faces. Ramba Menka will be afraid of seeing their faces. But the heaven dancers Menka and Ramba come to teach them, dance in front of them. There is something wrong with these rishi munis. They have fled away from women. They have never enjoyed women. Hence, these women were being left within their heart and mind. These are the illusions and imagination of their heart and mind. Who has become Rishi Muni and got nothing? They are thinking it was better to a family man, but now there is no alternative. There is no possibility. All gone, all lost. Those thoughts are teasing, from whom you have fled away. You cannot get rid of them, but you are leaving and running away. You are always attached with them. That is why they tease you within. Ashtavakra is not in that favor. Ashtavakra is not in that favor. He says, just hearing the truth, pure, wise, and healthy man see nothing. He lives just awakened. He lives just awakened. There is nothing pure like wisdom. There is nothing pure like wisdom. Cut the ignorance with the sword of wisdom. All sins burn in the fire of wisdom. All sins burns in the fire of wisdom. You can cross over all the sins by the boat of wisdom. He who has faith, who is absorbed in wisdom, and who has subdued his senses, gains wisdom, and having gained wisdom, he attains the supreme peace. Sardha, faith, is necessary for gaining wisdom. Faith is not blind belief, it is the aspiration of the soul to gain wisdom. It is the reflection in the empirical self. It is the reflection in the empirical self of the wisdom that dwells in the deepest level of our being. If faith is constant, it takes us to the realization of wisdom. As wisdom is free from doubts, while intellectual knowledge, where we depend on the sense data and logical interference, doubt and skepticism have their place. Wisdom is not acquired by these means. We have to live it inwardly and grow into its reality. The way to it is through faith and self control. There is nothing on earth equal in priority to wisdom. He who becomes perfect in action and equality yoga finds this within himself. Self control man discovers it at last. There is nothing more purified than knowledge, and there is no bigger yoga than the equality. Equality is the most important in life to get in divinity. You must have heard in the prayer, people pray to the God that you have the equal eyes for everyone. Hence, we should also have the equal eyes for everyone. Never forget the equality. This equality is most important. Try to understand this and try to consume this in life. You will find that the life is changing. Lord Krishna is saying, who has mastered his senses now, what people consider by mastering the senses means. Now, what people consider by mastering the senses means to press the senses? No. We are considering this because we are habitual of enjoying the senses. We absorb wrong meaning. Krishna has said mastering the senses is not the suppressing of the senses. Mastering of the senses is not the suppressing of the senses. As we hear, master the senses. We understand. We understand to suppress the senses, which is wrong. Mastering the senses means to know the senses, to know the power of each sense, and enter into the power of senses. Then only you will be able to master the senses. I would like to I would like you to understand this by an example. One scientist is doing investigation in his lab. He is searching and investigating the things. He is doing experiments and sees all elements doing action and reaction within. If the scientist working with chemical becomes one with chemical, he will not be able to research. If the scientist working with chemical becomes one with the chemicals, he will not be able to research. He will have to stand nearby and observe the action and reaction happening there. Scientist first condition is to observe. Scientist first condition is to observe, to whom the scientist is calling observation. The same thing called meditation in spirituality. Whatever you are seeing, be little bit far away from that. What you are seeing, you just be a witness. See the things like a witness, so that if needed, you can say, yes, I am the witness of that happening or incident. If you will become one with your senses, you will not be able to know the senses at all. When you acknowledge yourself in the senses so much that you forgot that you are the observer, when you acknowledge yourself in the senses so much that you forget that you are the observer, when anger comes, just stand aside and see the anger coming. See what is happening. Anger is coming from where? We give our all attention to God, whom we do not know exactly. How can we be how can we be attentive to God? We can be attentive to things which we know. As we will put our attention on senses, senses will be going on weak and weak, and you will be taking the reins of the senses in your hand, and you will be taking the reins of the senses in your hand. Thank you. Follow the thing. Follow the thing.